y'all. So this is gonna be a review of, I believe you pronounce it Fatale, Fatale. So Hilary Swank. I keep wanting to call her Ali Sheedy. I keep they like 10, 12 years apart, but I keep and Michael Ealy. So now this is funny for you guys too. I haven't bought DVDs in a very long time. I can't remember the last DVD I bought, but I figured this would be one I wanted to add to my collection. My daughter, she kind of loves Michael Ealy. He is from the DMV, if you guys didn't know that. But so this actually was playing in AMC theaters during this whole COVID thing. It came out in December, y'all. It's directed by a black actor, Deon Taylor. It had a $6.4 million budget, which was probably all in that house that Michael Ealy had. If you guys just see the movie for the house alone, because that thing was, I was just thinking, if I had that type of money, I don't even think that I don't know, y'all. That was just so extra to me, but okay. So what's this movie about? After a one-night stand, a successful sports agent watches his perfect life slowly disappear when he discovers the sexy and mysterious woman he had risked everything for is a determined police detective who entangles him in her latest investigation. And he desperately tries to put the pieces together. He falls deeper into her trap, risking his family, his career, and even his life. I don't know how much I would want to rate this. I would watch it again. I want to watch it again to see what I missed, because I might have missed some things. But it was kind of crazy, y'all. I was on her side, like, for a minute, but then she just switched up, y'all. She just switched up. So again, this may have some spoilers in it, so if you want to click off, go ahead and click off right now. It says 73% of the people liked this movie, but it's got like a 5 out of 10 stars. So, you know, I guess half the people like it, half the people didn't. I liked it. I think it was a lot. It was a lot going on in this movie. Basically, Michael Ealy, he had it. Okay, so I would go back. So he suspected his wife of cheating. He knew he thought something was up with that. Now, I do want to put a side note in that I'm glad that they used, you know, like a new face, but I felt like they didn't match up together. They just didn't seem like they were matched right. But anyways, so he ended up going to Vegas for some type of event that they had, I guess, for his job. Or it was a bachelor party. It was a bachelor party, y'all. But I think it was for one of his clients or whatever. And what is that dude's name? Mike Coulter. I really don't like him in any role that he plays. I didn't like him in Girls Trip. I didn't like him in Blue is Black, Black and Blue.
Oh yeah.
He was well, he always plays like the villainous type of character. Like, what does my son say? Antagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was his partner, and he was just acting fishy from the very beginning. So you could tell something was up with that. And Tyron Turner makes an appearance.
Oh.
He looked good, y'all. He looked good. And I found out, Tyron Turner is worth $100,000, y'all. I kind of thought that was a shame, being that, you know, for him being an actor. So it was real nice that, you know, they cast him in this. He was the cousin that, you know, always came around, you know, wanting money, but it ended up that he took the fall for Michael Ealy back in the day. So that's why Michael Ealy was always trying to protect him. But anyways, it was just a lot going on in this movie, y'all. A lot. So when he was in Vegas, you know, about all the people, like my daughter said, all the people that was on the dance floor, he just gravitated toward Hilary Swank. Like, just all the people that was there. And so he tells her, now my son picked up on this, he said his name was Darren, right? I know. He said, his name is Derek, isn't it? So he gave her a fake name. Homeboy, his partner, had took his ring previously, saying he wasn't married on this trip. So I said, there's something up with that. And he was telling homeboy that something wasn't right. He's like, why? Like something wasn't right with his wife, you know. He's probably saying, I'm trying to see what he know. I knew something was up. But anyways, he sleeps with Hilary Swank. And I'm just saying, I don't know the character's name because I forgot. But he sleeps with her. You know, he about to roll out. She done took his phone, locked it in a hotel safe, and he like, stop playing right now. He playing? And she wanted him to sleep with her again to get the code. And he does it, and she knocked out, y'all. So he knocked her out. But anyways, so then he feeling all guilty, back with his wife and cooking. And she showed her like, what you cooking for? And they playing the music, Make It Last Forever, and something else they was playing that I was grooving too. I was like, what? And you know, they get in the groove on. Then they hear crash upstairs. And then Michael Ealy going to check it out, and somebody tried to attack him. I said, Michael Ealy getting attacked in all his movies. He's been playing it lately. Him and the Intruder with Dennis Quaid was whipping his butt. But same thing here. He got some shots in. But so then the person takes off, and then his wife just ends up coming up there, and he tell her to call 911. And we was like, why didn't she call 911 in the first place, right? And so then Detective Quinlan shows up, right? So the police officer that was there, or the paramedics or whatever, they was like, Detective Quinlan is coming, right? Child, you know, and Hilary Swank walked up in there. He looked like he was going to poop his pants. He looked so scared. He looked like a runaway slave. Oh, well, sorry, y'all. Anyway, I told y'all I'm drinking this pina colada. I can't drink, y'all. I just can't. Anyways, so then she's like, oh, Derek, your name is Derek. And have we met somewhere before? She kept saying that. And he's like, no. And then she's like, I want to talk to your wife. And he's trying to come with her. And he said, like, no, you can stay right here. So he's up there, he up there sweating. He's sweating so bad because they goes to the bedroom. She talking about which side of the bed you sleep on and all this unnecessary stuff. I don't know. Like, she's like, the wife is like, why do you need to know that? She said, it pertains to this investigation. I'm like, that's weird. She's sitting on the bed. She touching the sheets. I'm like, they just got doing what they did. And you gonna sit there and stuff? But anyway. So, you know, she's, you know, asking Michael Ealy, you know, of course, does anyone have anything against him? He's like, no. I'm probably skipping some things, y'all. But basically, so then Hilary Swank, she came by another day. No, he came to see her and like, what's up? You know, you gonna basically, are you gonna tell on me? And she's like, no, that's gonna make me look stupid too. So I'm not saying anything. So then he think everything, I guess, is done. But then she's at his place again talking to his wife. And she's asking the wife, like, where are you about to go right now? So she's like, I'm about to show a house. So Cham, she ended up picking up Michael Ealy from somewhere. Was it police station? I don't remember. She picked him up from somewhere, y'all. It was work. It was something. It probably was work. She pulled up out his job. I'm like, what is she doing? And she's like, get in the car. Oh. she takes him to the beach, and he's like, what? And she's like, does this place look familiar to you? She's like, he's like, no. So then she gave him this like binocular type thing, and homeboy that is his partner and his wife is in the room together, and he's like so upset. And she's like, if you want to know more, come see me or come meet me, ask me, whatever. So he was just all torn up about it. He told her to leave, and then she left. And then he was drinking, and then she wanted to know. He said he wanted to know more, so he ended up at her place. And I was like, oh man. So he ended up at her place. He wanted to know more, and she said they are the ones that set you up to kill you. So, she's like, I know you want them dead. And he's like, I do, but don't tempt me, So they ended up doing it again. And I was like, oh, great. So then, I guess, they go their separate way or whatever. And they ended up picking Michael Ealy up again. And she's like, if you had something to let me, tell me, let me know right now, because my crew about to come in here and question you. And he's like, what? I don't know what I'm here for. And she opened up the folder, and the wife and the partner is shot and dead. And she's like, I know you did it. And had his wedding ring right there. But, oh my gosh, y'all. This was just a whole spider web of a mess. Because then we saw these okay. It looked like a different movie. I'm just going to say that. And the dude that played on Law and Order SVU, I don't know if he still play on there. He was getting his daughter in the car, and I guess it was his wife. And then she's like, look. And then Hilary Swank is like up to, a little bit by her car. And he goes up. You're never going to see our daughter again. What is this? Like, what is this? I don't even. So ended up Hilary Swank, I guess she ended up getting in an accident because she was drinking with her daughter in the car. Her daughter ended up in a wheelchair, and the ex-husband ended up with custody of her. But she wants to see the daughter. He don't want her to see the daughter. Child. So then Michael Ealy, hold up. Michael Ealy found out at his wife, because everybody came to the repast at his house, right? And his mama there, everybody there. So he talking to Hilary Swank character, and he, put two and two together and found out that she was the one that killed them too, the wife and the partner, right? And then she pulled out a gun on him and grabbed him on the back of his cashew head. And if you look at Michael Ealy's head, it's shaped like a cashew. But anyways. So she's like, I could kill you right now and get away with it in self-defense. He's like, you killed them. And so, he telling his cousin Tyra, this lady crazy. I don't know what her motive is. And that's what we were trying to figure out. Like, what? So Tyra Turner like, I'm going to handle it for you. Michael Ealy said, no, don't do that. But of course, he going to do what he want to do anyway. So they showed the scene. They was playing this music. You already knew they was in the hood. So he pulled up, and then his cousin, he had another cousin named Bumpy. So he telling Bumpy about it. You got what I need. And he was like, I'm gonna handle this with you, right? Which I thought was so stupid. They went to her house. She's a cop, y'all. She got all kind of stuff hidden up in there. So they had her for a minute, but then she talking about, oh, I'm so sick, I gotta throw up. And he telling his cousin Bumpy go take her to the bathroom. Child, she hit dude with the back of the toilet seat thing, that porcelain, and she climb up in the ceiling and get the shotgun. She look good. She handled herself well with a shotgun. And she shoots. I said, there go Kane. And they done took Kane down again. which I'm gonna go back because this was very nice of the director to put Elvin as Michael Ealy's lawyer in this movie. I thought that was so cute, y'all. And then the extra, the extra footage that they have at the end, and they asked him, they said, well, what made you want to do this movie? He said, because they asked me to, or something like that. I thought it was so cute. I said, he's getting these roles now just because of that woman that tried to be evil and take that picture of him at Trader Joe's. And thought she was gonna shame him. But look at all these roles Elvin they got. That's right. That's so amazing, right? So, okay. Killed the cousin. Okay, so then Michael Ealy she wanted to meet him at the beach house or something. And she told me, you gonna kill my ex-husband for me because I killed all these people for you or something like that. And she was like, that's the only way you gonna get out of being charged. And he's like, I'm not gonna do it. So basically, he went to she was like, tell her, where the ex-husband runs every day, which is stupid. Try to change your patterns. Don't keep having pain. He's like, he do this at 6:15 and blah, blah, blah. He gonna be in the tunnel. So he tried to meet dude. He had the hood up and everything. Now this was stupid of the ex-husband. Because he tried to tell him. Now I think that would have been a nice twist to that movie. If he would have listened. Okay? And he was trying to tell him, your ex-wife, Detective Quinlan, Valerie Quinlan, is trying to set you up. But instead, homeboy went off and tried to jump him. Well, he did jump him. They fighting over the gun goes off, and of course, ex-husband ends up shot, bleeding in the alley. So there was that. I said, ain't this about it? So then he go back to her apartment, and that was just, the final battle, which ended up, he taped what she said, that she did everything. And so then, they was all messed up because they ended up shooting each other. She stabbed him like 15 times. I don't even know how he lived. And they have this elevator that looked like the Fatal Attraction movie elevator. So they tried to tie in hints of, different movies into this movie. And then the police come and, they have him put his hands up, which he was struggling to do because he was toe up. Like I said, he had the tape, so that cleared him, and then they just show him driving off, living his best life. And then they had an alternate ending where he ended up dying and she lived, which I'm glad that they picked the first ending. But she lived, and she ended up swing. Her daughter was in a swing. She was pushing her daughter in a swing. But I was like I said, I felt sorry for her at first. You're going to feel sorry for her at first when you see this. But then she just started going on to a whole nother level. So if you guys ever seen this, let me know. They do have it at the Redbox. The Redbox movies are usually like $1 and some change. This was actually $15. Like I said, anything Michael Ealy, Hilary Swank, I love her too. It's good to be in a collection piece. And if you guys didn't know, I am a movie buff. I'm not as much as a movie buff as I was in my earlier years, but I am a movie buff. I love movies, but I'm always trying to figure out different ways they could have did. Like, I was like, they just could, just put some logic to it. Do things that, people like us would do. I don't know. I'm an overthinker anyway. But I already knew when Tyra Turner, and you guys are going to go on her territory, to her apartment, and she's a detective. She probably got guns in every nook and cranny in her house, under the couch, everywhere. Y'all going to go to her turf. Well, I thought that was dumb. That was dumb. They could have attacked. They could have followed her. They could have attacked her somewhere. But y'all gonna go to her apartment. That was dumb. What else was dumb? Age. I, I know you want to chime in because that's your boy. What else was dumb?
You already talked about the house.
The house, the way the house. Oh, the house. I did not talk about that because when Detective Quinlan showed up, she was like, or one of the detectives that showed up was like, "Well, how come you guys didn't have the alarm on?
Yes.
Where were the cameras?" Oh, there's some Michael Ealy like, "Oh, the cameras went offline a month ago or 2 months ago, and I never got around." Excuse me. If you guys see this house, you guys have to see the movie just for this house. Because this house is very special. It's beautiful. I wouldn't get it. But it had all kind of hallways and nooks and crannies. It had the pool was on the top floor. The pool in the kitchen, they had a, what do you call that, an infinity pool?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Indigo water. So the bedroom was downstairs. I was confused by that. But then in the beginning, like, he had this car, the car, they had this hill. I guess the house was on a hill, but the way you got to the car, you had to go down, and then there was this round thing that turned the car. I was like, is that necessary? Rich people. When I'm rich, this is a video record. When I'm rich, I'm not doing all that extra stuff. I'm just not. We around here in this little apartment, I'm getting scared of noises. I'm telling the kids, tell me where you at. So you got a big hotel looking house, and you don't have they have no guard. First, they need a guard for morning and night shift. Right. They had no cameras on, and they ain't had no alarm system. That was dumb right there. Because it was like the person that broke in, knew, the layout, and blah, blah, blah. So they made it too obvious that the partner was in on it. Like, it was obvious because dude was jealous of him. And so Hilary Swank was telling him that, if they killed you, the wife was going to get your life insurance and your part of the business, and then his partner was going to get, the money from his part of the business. So, child, I don't know. Like I said, there was a lot going on in this movie. It's just weird that he picked her out of the club, and it was just weird that she just happened to be the detective. And I was saying they should have threw in a twist where, since his partner took his ring, but you're not married tonight, he should have had, like, he knew her, right? So he knew her, and he told her to, try to make a connection with him. So he knew that I don't know, y'all. That's how I just think. I think about movies so hard, y'all. I think about, the set designs, like, could have did this a different way. I'll even look like, you guys know my lifelong career as a hairstylist. I'm like, what are they doing with the hair? Some things with the hair, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, my daughter was saying with his wife, the wig. I don't even know nothing about wigs, but the wig looked like it was sitting on top of her head. It did. And my daughter said, they got to pluck. They had not plucked. It looked like it was sitting on top of her head, Joe.
Hated it.
So, I really think about the fine details of movies like that. So, yeah, y'all, let me know what you think. And I'll see y'all next time, all right? All right, bye.